And all right, what's up, everybody? So would you like to know how my friend Shirley in the other screen went from being an esthetician to a very successful microblading artist, having achieved 6 figures and the elite 6-digit club, and how you can follow in her footsteps? Well, you're about to find out how she did it on today's webinar. Here we go. Are you curious if a career in microblading might change your life? Well, let me welcome you to 6-Digit Club Success Stories, where we feature interviews with our microblading students who are creating fulfilling careers and financial freedom they never had before. You'll learn how they started, how they achieved their success, and how you can follow in their footsteps. Join us, and let's find out if a career in microblading is for you. And all right, so we're back. I'm super excited for you guys today because I finally have the opportunity to do this interview here with my friend Shirley Garcia. She is a Beauty Angels master trainer now. She's a master trainer. Congratulations, Shirley. We're super excited to have you. You're an amazing person. And I'm excited to introduce you to our audience. You guys are going to find that she's incredibly successful, and she has an amazing passion for helping people, and she's going to be sharing a lot with you. So in this recorded success story webinar, we're going to cover basically how Shirley achieved this incredible success and how you can follow in her footsteps. So Shirley, let's start right off the bat.
Okay.
How many treatments do you do per month with, let's say, new treatments as well as follow-ups, and how much do you charge? How much, where are you at with revenue? What's going on?
Not counting the touch apps, around 20 to 25 new procedures every month, and a lot of touch apps, like maybe 3 every day.
And how much do you charge, and where's your revenue at?
$460 for the new procedure, and between $175 and $250 for touch apps.
So where does that put you? What does that put you per month, just for your PMU and, let's say, microblading procedures?
Just for PMU, like around 12 to 14,000.
12 to 14,000. Okay,
Yes.
Beautiful. If you guys would like to achieve this kind of success, you're going to want to listen into this story. This is amazing. So Shirley, let's jump over real quick to your Instagram. And if you want to follow Shirley on Instagram, it's Beauty Wizard SG.
Mm-hmm.
Wizard, S for Shirley, G for Garcia. Okay, Beauty Wizard SG. We'll put a link somewhere around this where you guys can connect to her. Okay, but let's show everybody the kind of work that you do. All right, here
Okay.
you can see, where's a good one to pick? I want to pick one where we can really see the strokes very clearly. Yeah, like this one. So Shirley, would you sort of just describe this a little bit as we go through? Because I'm sure our audience, if they're relatively new to microblading, they're looking at this, and some of them know what they're looking at, some of them don't know. Would you share a little bit about the technique?
Yes, that is a micro shading. The shading is very soft, and it was she was a really good candidate for that, because like too many people know, or for those who doesn't know, microblading, it's not for everyone. So I did on her micro shading because she has like oily skin. So the shading is very soft, it's still very natural, and she loved it, and I love it too.
So the shading that you're referring to, you did a combination of microblading and you also did shading.
Yes.
Okay, and the shading that you did here was manual shading, not with a machine, correct?
No, it was manual shading.
Okay, so for those of you who are watching, when you take our Beauty Angels Microblade and Shade course, you actually learn both techniques, because we want you to be able to produce these kinds of brows, just like what you're looking at here. These are, well, Shirley's, I mean, she's amazing at this, but this brings me to a question, Shirley. Did you feel at the beginning that you had the talent to do this? Because I'm sure some people are watching, they're wondering if they have the talent to do this.
To be honest, this is the time that I still not feeling that I have the talent. I'm not a good, I never color good. I'm not a good like drawing. I'm really bad on that. I've been working with skincare for 10 years. It's a very different stuff, but I still sometimes like struggling with some things, you know. I think that never is gonna get easy, but I push myself like every day to practice, to get better and better. I see my own pictures every night when I finish work, and like I criticize myself, you know, and I try to get better every day. But if you're asking about talent, this is the time that I'm like, I don't have, no talent for none of this.
Hmm.
It's not natural, it's something I've been putting a lot of effort to 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 get in the place that I am right now.
What makes the difference between a successful microblading artist and a not so successful microblading artist? Is it talent, or if it's not talent, what is it?
No, discipline. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they need to practice a lot. They need to be like very commitment to the thing that they're doing it.
Mhm.
That's very important, but it's not the talent, it's the discipline.
How long have you been doing this, and how did you get your first couple of customers?
Almost 3 years, and my first customer were family members and some friends. I start telling them before I took my first class what I was planning to do, so they get very excited with me, just waiting until I finish my class. And I start with a few family members, like I said before, and after that, when I feel like real confident, I start just promoting myself and getting like real customers and charging a little bit, not too much, but just a little amount until my work gets better.
So how many models did you do before you started charging?
Like 10, 15
And then when you did start charging, how much did you charge?
at $150. Then I raised my price to 200. Then I raised my price again to 300. And when I feel like I was like really good, I raised my price to $460.
Okay. And how did you get those initial clients that actually paid?
Well, because I've been an esthetician, I have like some clients, some not, all of them already trusting me, So I start talking about what I was doing and what I was bringing to my business, and they get real excited because they already trust me. And also putting a lot of content in my social media, pictures of my works, the befores and the after, and all the stuff. That bring me a lot of people too. New people and the ones that already were my clients.
So I know the last time you and I did an interview like this, which was quite a while ago, you had, I think it was only about under 3,000 followers on Instagram, and now you have almost 15,000. So it's obviously grown a lot. And I would
Mm-hmm.
imagine that was a big, important part of growing your business. Is that right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Did you also do that on Facebook as well, or just Instagram?
I have Facebook, but to be honest, I don't move my thing on Facebook too much. I'm more like Instagram.
Gotcha. So you get a lot of leads from Instagram, from your posts on Instagram?
A lot. Yes, I get messages like all day, and yeah, a lot.
Okay, so a lot of what you're doing, a lot of your marketing takes place on Instagram. Okay, got it. And so how long did it take you to make your money back from the actual certification course?
When I start charging like 150 and 200, it was like less than 4 months. Like
Okay,
this. Yes, less than
gotcha.
4 months. It
And
was very quick.
and when you started charging and getting these clients, even the clients that you weren't charging money at the beginning, would you use that to create content that you could then put on social media?
Yes, of course. I use that too. And also, if you go like very down on my page, I have like some of my first works over there because I like people to see it. And when I'm teaching, my students come to me and they ask me, and I like to show that pictures because that way they will know that I wasn't like very good at first, and either that. People like it, and now my work is like 100% better, but
Yeah.
it takes time, so I like to show my pictures, and I'm not planning to delete none of them.
Would you refresh my memory? Did you take the online course originally, or did you take our?
Yes, I start with the online course.
Aha, that's right. So for those of you who are watching this and you're wondering, can you be successful with just taking the online course? Hello. Yes, you can. So check this
With
out.
discipline, yes, anyone can.
Yes. So here's some of your earliest work.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So your work has come quite a ways. Yeah. So, oh, here's some more. Is there some more?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, amazing. So how did this evolve into a business that sort of allowed you to replace your income?
Like, can you ask me that in another way?
Yeah,
Like,
like so in other words, like you did some free models. Let's kind of walk
mhm.
through this step by step so someone watching they can understand how it might happen for them. So you did free models, friends, family. You use that for content. You put that on social media. You promoted it. You got some new models that you were beginning to charge $150 and then a little bit more. And then at some point, you started getting enough traction, if you will, enough interest that you could charge a full price or 400 or more. And then eventually it became like a full-time thing that you did less and less, I would imagine, of your skincare services and more permanent makeup services. Is that what happened, or how did it happen?
Yes, I mean, when I start getting better on my technique, of course, my work start looking better too, and I got a lot of referrals. I have a lot of clients that send me people that they don't even know, because people will stop them on the grocery store, on the gasoline station, just asking them about who did your brows. So yeah, so I start getting a lot of referrals, and that bring me like new clients. And like I told you before, the ones that I already have for the skincare and all the stuff that I used to do, it's like, I think that I already did like 80% of them browse.
Mhm. Wow.
Uh-huh.
So is it an unusual or weird or uncomfortable thing to ask someone just, hey, who did your brows? Or is that a
Oh,
comfortable?
no, no, no. That's a compliment. People, yeah, people feel really good when they receive like that question, and they just right away say like Shirley Garcia did her. They sometimes ask me for a lot of business cards. So they come back to me and you need to give me business cards, because everyone is asking me on the streets who did this to me. So I want to refer them to you. So
Mhm.
no, it's a compliment for them.
Ah, okay. And so what do you think about competition today for the artist who, or this, let's say the student, someone who's watching, they're thinking about getting certified themselves today. And it's a different market today than it was a couple of years ago. And microblading has become more mainstream. What are your thoughts about competition?
In my personal opinion, I don't like the competition war. I prefer to look at them like coworkers, because I have some of them in my city that they've been sending me like clients, and
Mhm.
it's weird because sometimes they do like another technique, or they feel like the client that they get is asking for something that they not able to give them, so they send it to me. So I don't see it more like a competition. But if someone that is watching this, it's worried about that, I will say that just focus on what you're doing. I mean, try to get better anytime and every time, and it's like a business for everyone, because you need to have like your own signature, and this person is going to like your work and is going to love it. And there are people outside that maybe they like more defined brows, or they don't like how they look when you work. I mean, but there's business outside for everyone.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind that you have to have like your own signature, and focus on what you're doing, and you're gonna do great.
Yes. And so I want to emphasize just a couple of things here because you're not doing this by yourself, right? Like what would you, or let's say, how would you describe the Beauty Angels community, if you will, Shirley? Because like, for example, you were here just a couple of months ago when we had our mastermind training. Um,
Mhm.
can you share a little bit about your experience with the support system around Beauty Angels?
It's a family. I mean, it's a family for me. I love everyone in Beauty Angels. Um, Sometimes when I struggle with something, I can text anyone to ask questions. We can share tips and tricks between us. There is no like competition like we were talking about. No, we are like a real family. I have the support of my husband, my kids, my mother, and all the stuff. But Beauty Angels, it's been like like a very important thing in my life, and it's giving me the opportunity to grow in my career, you know.
Yeah, oh, I'm so glad to hear that. You know, for you, if you're watching this and you're new to microblading and you're thinking about like, how am I going to do this? Well, let me just show you real quick. This is the content of our basic microblade and shade course that Shirley is, you know, all these things that she's talking about. It starts right here. It starts with this course. And we offer the course as a live course or as an online course, and it's incredibly detailed. There's 18 levels just for microblading. It goes over everything. And then there's micro shading, which is what you saw Shirley do in some of her pictures, where she's combining microblading strokes with shading. But not only that, I mean, we also have all sorts of business building programs, as you can see here, to help you not just with the artistic side of the business, but also the business side or the marketing side of the business, which is also very important. And then what we have is, this is really important. You see this right here? This is the Worldwide Beauty Angels Forum. And this is an amazing place that we created, where we've got just an amazing amount of artists and trainers who are involved here. And it's incredibly engaged. There's many, many posts every single day with, you know, browse that are inspiring, with videos that are instruction based, with thoughts, ideas, questions, everything you could possibly think of. And it's just a source where you can sort of plug in and get connected. Then we also have our success story webinars, as well as our podcasts. And so you can see them here. You see we've got our 6 Digit Club podcast over here. We've got our 6 Digit Club success stories, where this video will be located. So there's just so much that we've put together to try and give you the support that you need, so that you're not doing this by yourself. It's not just talent. It's hard work, but we're going to provide you everything that you need to be successful.
Glenn, I would like to add something about the technique, because I want people to know that shading is a very important part. Because when I started doing this, I was doing just microblading, and like I said before, too many people is not a good candidate just for microblading. And like 85% of my clients now are asking for shading too, because they like more the look. So for me, it's a very good deal with Beauty Angels to get like both techniques in just one class, you know. You can like cover mistakes, you can like do like a very defined brow or a very natural look, whatever you want to do with shading. I mean, it's amazing. And I know that too many others academies outside are offering the class, but in separate, and they have to pay extra for that. And we have like all together, and that's great. I mean, people need to think in that too, because it's very important. I mean, everyone needs to learn shading. So in the fact that we have like all together, that's great.
I couldn't agree more. Well said. Shirley, thank you so much for participating today. I'm glad everybody got a chance. Yes, I'm glad everybody got a chance to meet you here and to learn a little bit about your story. You inspire me. You inspire a lot of us. And so
thanks for your support.
Yeah, I'm very excited for your students who are going to have the chance to learn the Beauty Angels technique with Shirley Garcia as their master trainer. So guys, you can follow Shirley once again at Beauty Wizard SG for Shirley Garcia. You can certainly follow us at Beauty Angels Academy USA on Instagram, and we'll catch you on the next one. Adios. See you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.